One of the first vegetables to emerge in spring is also one of the most delicious. We're talking asparagus on Extension Today.
Extension Today is sponsored by the Ohio State University College of Food, Agricultural, and Environmental Sciences.
So if you want to grow asparagus at home, there's a few key things you need to keep in mind when you are getting started. First, find the sun. You want a full sun location. Asparagus is going to grow its most productive self with full sun. And then you need to prepare that site. Make sure that you address the weeds completely before you start your asparagus plants. Weeds can be a menace in a perennial garden, and asparagus is shallow rooted, so it's very difficult for you to cultivate them out of the way. I recommend a soil test to make sure that you start your plants off right. That is going to have the fertility recommendations to make sure that your baby asparagus plants get a great start for the long haul. An asparagus patch, if properly maintained, can last for decades. So when you order your asparagus plants, they're going to come as a crown. I like to plant mine in a trench, spaced about 12 inches apart. I space my asparagus rows about 2 feet apart. At the bottom of my trench, I have fertilized according to my soil test to make sure that my asparagus gets a healthy start. And then what I do is I lay my asparagus crown in the trench and cover it with 2 inches of soil, water it in, keeping it moist, and as I get more growth, I'm going to slowly backfill until the soil is level. So when you first plant asparagus, you need to have a little patience. We're not going to go into heavy harvest till at least year 3. In year 1, I take no harvest off the plants. The asparagus spears are going to emerge from the ground, and then they will grow, and then the leaves will emerge and turn into what's known as ferns. That is very important for the life of the asparagus. The ferns are capturing the sun's energy and growing that dynamic root volume. This is a year 2 bed, which means I was able to take a harvest for about 2 or 3 weeks, but then I'm going to let all of the rest of the spears emerge into ferns, set out their leaves, capture as much energy as they can, because in year 3 and beyond, I can take a full harvest for at least 4 to 6 weeks before I stop my harvest and let the rest of the plants go vegetative, put out their leaves, and turn into ferns. So my ideal asparagus spear is about 8 to 10 inches long. I like it about medium sized. I don't harvest the ones that are really, really skinny. I don't harvest the ones that are really, really fat. I want to take a knife, I go in level with the ground, and I cut that asparagus spear. I don't want to snap it off because that might damage the crown growing underneath the soil. So when you're purchasing your asparagus crowns, I recommend you get all male plants. Both male and female will actually produce edible spears, but the female plant is also going to put energy into growing some inedible berries and some seeds. And so for the most productive asparagus patch, ideally, you would have all male. But sometimes you get a female plant thrown in there as well. Generally, a male plant's spears are a little thinner and a little bit more uniform, whereas a female plant has much thicker spears that really can look like a giant spear. For more information on how you can start your own asparagus patch at home, head to go.osu.edu/Extension Today.
Extension Today is sponsored by the Ohio State University College of Food, Agricultural, and Environmental Sciences.